What is up, guys? Brian here. Today we're going to talk about the wellness meter. I feel like the wellness meter is a good place to start when it comes to introducing what functional health really is. So let's dive right in. On one side, we have 100% function. The body's working at 100% capacity over here. On the other side, you have death, or death of the function. Right down the middle, we have no symptom. I like to call this the in-between. Now, I feel like most of us are living this in-between. So this is the in-between of health and the in-between of not health. When you ask them, hey, how are you doing? They usually say, oh, I'm fine. That means they're not experiencing anything, no symptoms. But the problem is that most of this lifestyle is supporting a very average lifestyle. Our diet is very average. We get very average sleep. Exercise is very average. We exercise too little or too much. Stress reduction is very average. And we're very nutrient deficient. So that causes all sorts of problems. The thing is that this is what we made a new normal. Because as long as you are not experiencing any symptoms, you're fine, right? You're healthy. Not necessarily. Because you're so close to not health. As you continue this lifestyle, this very average lifestyle that supports this in between, eventually your body's vitality gets lowered. So I put low energy over here, and then you develop your first symptom. I put fatigue over here. It doesn't really matter what the symptom is. It could be fatigue, it could be headache, it could be digestive issues, mood issues. It doesn't really matter. When you develop your first symptom because your body's vitality is lowered. And all symptoms is your body saying, hey, there's something wrong, address it. But the problem is that we don't address it. We usually play whack-a-mole. A symptom arises, we just whack it with something. So we have a headache, we take some Tylenol. We wake up fatigued, so we have some coffee. Anything to get in this no symptom zone. The problem is that usually when we're playing whack-a-mole with the symptoms comes back with a vengeance. Because you're not getting to the root cause, and eventually you get further into the not health of the wellness meter. And now you get pain and sickness. Now you have a compromised immune system. Now you're more prone to pathogens, viruses, infections, parasites, bacteria, fungus, because your body can't handle it, and eventually you get sick. The flu, you get a cough, you get sinus allergies. All that because your body's working at a very lowered vitality. We want to play whack-a-mole with that symptom too, and we take some allergy medication, we take something to sweat out the sickness, like Dayquil, NyQuil. There's a lot of medications out there, but we usually do something over the counter just to get rid of that symptom, just so we could get back into this new normal, in this in-between of no symptom. The thing is, if we keep doing this again and again, we're just kind of suppressing the symptom, but we're never getting to the root cause. So our body still continues to break down, and your vitality starts to get lowered. And eventually it gets so bad that you develop a diagnosed condition. Now it's obvious something's wrong, so you have to go to the hospital. You go see the doctor, and the doctors run some tests on you, and then they realize you have something going on. Now it's diagnosed. It doesn't really matter. It could be some kind of Crohn's disease, IBS, thyroid issues, anything. It doesn't really matter. It's just a bigger symptom. But once it gets to this point, before it got to this point, that means whatever was happening was chronically. It's been happening for a very long time, and the root issue was never addressed. And usually what the most conventional medical professionals, they're trained to just continue playing whack-a-mole. So they give you a prescription now for you to take, just for you to get back to the no symptom. The only problem is that by the time you get to this, you start going down to this side of the wellness meter, you never really go up back to this anymore. Like, instead of this being your normal, this is now your normal. And you're functioning at more of a lower vitality. And it just keeps getting worse if the root cause is never addressed, because you're chronically stressed, and eventually you get death or death of the function. Now one of the system is not working anymore, so now you have liver failure. Now your gallbladder is congested with gallstones, and then you need surgery to remove it. Now you remove the gallbladder, and the gallbladder is a function, it's a system of the body. You remove that, so now your body is working extra hard. Now you have the death of the function. Now you have to support it for the rest of your life. And if you are not careful, your body it's more prone to break down even further. So you need to be more conscious of what to do, because once you lose a function, you need to support it, or else your body's just going to keep breaking down. So this is the inevitable truth of usually this average lifestyle. But good thing some people are waking up, and we're getting more health conscious and realizing that lifestyle is very important when it comes to prevention. And now we're kind of starting to get to the root cause. There's this functional approach. Now we run some deep labs that it doesn't have to be symptomatic for you to start getting treated. These labs could actually get to the root cause before a symptom arises, and that's the beauty of it. So now you're getting to the root cause. Let's say you run a food intolerance test on yourself. Now you know exactly what not to eat. Some of us are eating things that we think it's healthy, but it's not. For example, I used to eat almonds almost every day, thinking it was healthy, but I ran a food intolerance test on myself and I found out I'm intolerant to almonds. And that's just one of many things. Let's say you have many infections that you're not aware of. Let's say you have many mineral imbalances that you're not aware of. All these are contributing to your lowered vitality. So once you start to bring your body's vitality up, your energy starts to improve. And this could be measured. It could be measured in lab. It could be measured in your mood and your energy level. Now you don't need coffee to go about your day. You won't feel miserable. And if you continue getting to the root cause, it is a journey. Eventually your immune function improves. Now you could brush off the infections that comes in place. Now this is a good place to pause and explain, the situation in the world. Now I believe that why is this virus deadly to some and others is not deadly? That's because some people are right here in the immune function, they're good, so they get the virus, nothing really happens. Usually the younger kids, when they don't have that chronic stress going on for a long time, they could usually handle it. So your immune system is better here. But someone who is over here, let's say diabetic, they're diagnosed with diabetes, or someone with a compromised immune system, now if they get the virus, they're going to be in trouble. So basically the world got shut down because we're not really teaching real health. So why not just be more health conscious and start moving towards the immune function? It's gonna take work. It's a dream. I would like to see more of that. So that's why I'm here talking to you in front of you guys. Eventually, as you continue, your cell function starts to improve. Now, science has discovered a bunch of junk DNA, right? So the body makes junk now. So junk DNA, I believe it's the human potential, the untapped human potential. Epigenetics is a thing that has been studied for a while now. And so your genetics is one thing. You're born with a certain blueprint, but your lifestyle will express certain genes. So you're prone to be, improve cognitive function, improve energy, improve the muscle and endurance and all that sort of stuff. It's more, even spirituality. I feel like it's all connected to cell function. Longevity, this takes a whole other approach to longevity. So there's a lot of potential that we are not tapping into because, most of this system is supporting this in between that's so easy to fall into this side. So it's time for us to, start falling to this side and get to the root cause of things. Eventually get to 100% function. Now, there are theories of what 100% function looks like. I think most of us are not even close to this. That's a whole other topic. And it's going to take a while for our species in general to get here. I believe this is what normal is, but I don't know what happened that we made this into the new normal. So it's a very strange, but I feel like we should just wake up and start moving towards this direction because there's a lot of things that we do not know, and we're beginning to scratch the surface, and I'm thankful for this functional approach that gets to the root cause of things. So that's pretty much the wellness meter. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like this video, give a like. If you like the way I teach, subscribe. Until next time, peace.